higher than their projections. Mosquito David said new infections were not likely. The country recorded another all-time high of new COVID-19 infections at 22,000. But the health department says this wave of new infections has yet to peak. President Duterte and his former aide, Senator Bongo, are found to have links to an inexperienced pharmaceutical company that bagged billions worth of government contracts for medical supplies. More healthcare workers are set to stage a walkout tomorrow, September 1, over unpaid benefits. And Dark Horse's top fan favorites in the recent interview challenge of Miss Universe Philippines. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. Starting today's newscast with hospitals now forced to play judge as they make the painful choice as to who gets to use mechanical ventilators. This as COVID-19 cases in the country continue to reach new highs. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro with the story.
The numbers continue to rise and there is no end in sight yet. In Cebu City, healthcare workers are having to make heartbreaking decisions. Only COVID patients that still have a chance of surviving are given mechanical ventilators.
Sabi nga namin, we are not supposed to be doing this kasi hindi naman kami Diyos, no? Sometimes talagang pushed against the wall, no? Kasi talagang kailangan naman na gawin mo kasi para din siguraduhin na mas marami ang tao na mabubuhay.
It's called triage or giving priority in the allocation of scarce resources, either to those most in need or those who have the best chance of surviving. But Cebu is just one story out of so many. On Monday, the number of new COVID-19 cases peaked at 22,366, the highest ever. The health department says those testing positive for COVID-19 are already at 27.5%. Just a few notches lower than a third of all COVID-19 tests. Even so, health experts believe that we haven't even peaked yet. National Task Force Advisor Ted Herbosa believes our highest number may yet to come in mid-September, as the Philippine Genome Center reports that 7 out of 10 COVID cases are Delta variant.
And their peak is in the middle of September. So lalampas tayo talaga ng 20,000.
Greater than 1 pa yung reproduction number sa buong bansa. Pero hindi pa naman natin nakikita tataas siya na malayo sa 20,000. Maaring humigit siya doon pero may mga nagsasabi kung at 30,000. Wala pa naman yan sa nakikita natin ngayon.
Still, Herbosa says the situation is still manageable with 31 million Filipinos vaccinated and NCR already at 45%. But in Cebu, the 2,000 active COVID cases are putting a strain on local resources, with several major hospitals already at full capacity.
In fact, from last year up to now, marami sa mga ospital nagdagdag na ng mga nung kanilang mga kagamitan, no? Yet kulang, no? So that is because medyo madami talaga ang mga COVID-19 patients na.
I'm Jacob Lazaro and we are One News.
Despite the country breaking another record in terms of COVID-19 cases, the health department warns that we have yet to see the peak of infections. In an interview with The Big Story, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere said they're expecting cases to continue to spike until September. But Vergere emphasized that what's important is to keep severe and critical cases manageable.
Based on analysis, if we compare this from the previous increase in cases last March and April, nung March at April po, nung nag-umpisang tumaas ang kaso towards the end of February, nakita natin yung peak ng mga kaso about 6 weeks after that. Dito po, nakaka-4 na linggo pa lang tayo, pero yung peak po natin ngayon, na-surpass na niya yung March and April. And the projections and even experts, sinasabi nila, hindi pa yan yung peak natin. So we will continue to expect increase in the number of cases hanggang sa Setyembre po yan dahil napaka-transmissible nitong Delta variant.
Meanwhile, the Octa Research Group admitted that the record-breaking 22,000 new COVID cases logged yesterday was higher than their projections. But Octa's Guido David said new infections will not likely reach 25,000 until next week.
It's the next level that we are, sort of looking at. So we will have to, you're correct. We'll have to make adjustments on the numbers, on the trends and the projections. Probably not this week. It's probably not going to hit 25,000 this week. But we will have to reevaluate.
Healthcare workers took to the streets on National Heroes Day to protest the delayed release of their benefits. Greg Gregorio has the story.
Mergie is the main midwife of a municipal health unit in Tarlac. She attends to COVID-19 patients in monitoring facilities and those under home quarantine. Her duty lasts for at least 8 hours and across 5 barangays. The past year has been taxing for her and other medical frontliners.
Sobrang nakaka-drain, hindi lang physical, mental, yan, lahat ng aspeto.
All of Mergie's efforts merit a special risk allowance, but she only received less than 10,000 pesos, covering 7 months of hard work. Unlike Mergie, many health workers are still clueless on when they will receive their SRA and other benefits.
Hanggang sa ngayon, wala pang natatanggap yung aming management. Ganun po ka bigat, no?
The health department earlier said 311 million pesos have already been provided to regional health units and other facilities for the SRA of about 20,000 healthcare workers. But health workers from the National Kidney and Transplant Institute, the government hospital, are unsatisfied with the DOH's response. After their Norse barrage, they occupy the streets once more to call for the immediate release of all of their benefits.
Puro ganun lang naman sila, sir, puro salita lang, hindi naman nila ginagawa.
The groups also want coverage for health workers indirectly dealing with COVID-19 patients and other non-medical hospital personnel.
Dapat yan bigyan ng SRA dahil risky. Lahat ng tao dyan. Isang paa mo dyan nakabaon na sa hukay.
Health workers who attended the protest were either off duty or under night shift. But the Alliance of Health Workers warns that more could join the September 1 mass protest, even those on duty. As much as possible, the group says they will keep a skeleton workforce to keep hospital operations unhampered during the protest day. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
The health department assured health workers that the agency is continuously working on processing the benefits of medical frontliners. In response to the National Heroes Day protest of healthcare workers, Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere denied that the government is all lip service. She said health officials also want to release the benefits of health workers as soon as possible. But she said they can't just skip the mandatory processes for the distribution of these benefits.
Gustong-gusto naming ibigay ang mga benepisyo na talaga namang para sa ating healthcare workers, but we have to go through our protocols and policies as basis for us to release funds. Kaisa po kami ng mga healthcare workers. So I just like to assure all of our healthcare workers, hindi po kami puro pangako.
No less than President Duterte is found to have links to an inexperienced pharmaceutical company that backed a huge government contract for medical supplies. Marian Enriquez with the report.
Stop lying! That's what puts you in contempt and locks you up in Pasay City Jail. You're insulting the Filipino people. This is the Congress and the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines.
Senator Richard Gordon was obviously enraged at former Budget Undersecretary Lloyd Lau after he tried to evade questions on the 42 billion peso fund of the Health Department transferred to the DBM. The funds were allegedly used to buy overpriced medical items, such as masks at 22 pesos apiece. Pharmally Pharmaceutical Corporation, a newly incorporated company, supplied the products. It was able to bag contracts worth over 8 billion pesos, even without prior bidding records. It was also revealed that the residential addresses of its officers were bogus. Senator Franklin Drilon suspects that Pharmally is being favored by Lau.
Mayroon bang MBA itong si Undersecretary Lau? MBA, hindi po TED, hindi yan Masters in Business Administration. MBA, may backer ba ako? At bakit po ganun kalakas ang Pharmally?
But Lau said they sent letters to special envoys asking for suppliers of medical items until they were able to have a meeting with Pharmally together with the Chinese embassy. Gordon then presented a footage from a 2017 meeting of Duterte with a pharmaceutical company.
Pharmally President Wang is here. Do you know Mr. Wang? You said he just came into your door, right? In your office.
I do not know him personally, Mr. Chair.
Oh, come on.
Pharmally is owned by a certain Wang Chu-yen, whom Gordon said was present during the meeting. Michael Yang, Duterte's former economic manager, was also present in the meeting.
Yeah, I believe that's Michael Yang. That's Michael Yang.
The purple shirt or lavender shirt, correct?
For Gordon, Yang and Lau's link to the president might explain why neophyte company Pharmally bagged the 8 billion peso contract.
Andun ang ating FDA, andun ang Assistant Secretary of Health, andun yung presidente nitong Pharmally na siyang nakatanggap ng layong share ng overpriced na mga PPE na mga gamit. Nag-organize siyang Pharmally ng September 2019 bago mag-pandemic, 1 month halos o 2 months halos before the pandemic. Tapos sila nakakuha kagad ng napakarami.
The Senate will subpoena those officers involved with Pharmally in the next hearing on September 7. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
Several dark horse beauties made it to the top 7 of the Miss Universe Philippines interview challenge over the weekend. Cavite's Victoria Velasquez Vincent came out on top for the interview challenge, besting the usual top favorites of pageant veterans and celebrities. She was followed by Maria Ingrid Teresita Santa Maria from Parañaque, Roseanne Marie Bernos from San Juan, Isabel de los Santos from Makati, and Megan Julia Digal from Bukidnon. Cebu City's Beatriz Luigi Gomez and Marinduque's Simone Nadine Bornilla rounded out the MUP's top 7 in the interview challenge. During the challenge, the ladies were asked within almost 3 minutes to answer 3 intriguing questions. Let's listen to a part of Victoria Vincent's winning answers.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
Above all else, the pandemic has challenged me in a way that has made me both stronger and more independent. I spent the first year of the pandemic in New Zealand and had the privilege of having that safety and security, but I still chose to sacrifice all of those things and relocate to the Philippines in January. And if there's anything that journey's taught me, it's that you might need to make some sacrifices along the way, and you might need to give up on so many things and let go of so many things in your life, but you should never let anything, not even a worldwide pandemic, get in the way of your dreams.
Here are the stories to watch out for later today. President Duterte's Talk to the People is set to air later at 9 a.m. Then later at 10 a.m., the World Health Organization will have a briefing on the Delta variant situation in the country. And Taal volcano is once again seen emitting steam. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.